you, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
What's up? Good morning. I'm early. Good morning. Hold on, let me fix my hair, girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Good morning. We got a show today. We got to get into it. Girl, let me get myself together. I'm so early. I'm so sorry, but we got to talk. We got a show today. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Why I feel like I look crazy? Let me see. Let me see how I look, girl. I feel like I look crazy. Hold on. No, not that one. Hold on, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. We got a show. You know, I'm early today, and I'm early today because I got to go get my hair done. Y'all know my birthday is Friday, and I will be out of town this weekend. So I got to go get my hair done. I feel like I look crazy. Let me fix this hat. Girl, I don't know. Let's just go with the move. Anyway, come on in, get the likes up on the video. We got a show today. It don't matter. We rolling it out the way we rolling it out. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are doing well. I don't want to waste a lot of time because I can't be on too long, but I do have a few things that I do want to talk about. Okay, so y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video, and shout out to everybody in the building. So today we're going to be talking about Magic City Monday coming to Atlanta. I don't know if y'all heard, but they were trying to do a Magic City Monday in Atlanta, and it ended up getting shut down because the people in the NBA, some rappers and all that stuff had basically called it out. But the fact that they wanted to even put those two together is a huge red flag. So we're going to talk about that. Then we need to get into Boosie calls out Kodak Black and basically tells Kodak Black that he's a drug addict. And basically, he drags him on the internet. So we'll get into that. Clarissa Shields want to fight men. Why that's a horrible thing. And then Royce Reed taking her son on this doggone this tour to where she got this little child out here dragging for the daddy. So we got that. A few other things. Also, not American Indians, but $5 Native Americans are actually Chinese. And we're going to get into that. So y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. I got to go fix my face. I mean, not my face, my wig and my head. Give me 1 second. Let me give y'all 30 seconds to get the likes up on the video. I'll be right back. Let me go see if I can get myself together. I don't know why I look like this, but let me get myself together. I'll be right back. Stay right there.
Gotcha. Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, the black, the nigga I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to shake, they want the black. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the black. I can never be white, the white. Shake, if your leg, wiggle, lift your leg, bounce, lift your leg, hustle, lift your leg, if your leg is your brown, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your, if your leg is your brown, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, man. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
I'm back. I think I got it right. Girl, it don't even matter. Let's get into the show. But before we do that, y'all already know what it is. Happy Wednesday. We do have morning announcement, and they are as follows. First of all, Black Americans, if you don't do anything, please, please, please do your genealogy. It is so important in these days and times. We have a lot of spiritual warfare that we're battling, and we need all hands on deck. So please, if you don't do anything, do your genealogy so that we can fight this thing on the 3D and get these people to give back the things that belong to us, the things that are owed to us by our ancestors. So please, Black America, spread the word to any and everybody you know, because it's not just me saying it on here. It's going to take the grassroots effort from you guys to tell your family and friends. I'm sorry, I ran back down the stairs. But it's going to take a grassroots effort from you guys to tell your family and friends and have the conversation. So y'all, please start your genealogy. It is very, very, very important. It is very, very, very important. Please do your genealogy. Also, grounding, meditating, praying. It is so imperative, y'all. Please do your grounding, meditating, prayer so you can get back in touch with the ancestors and the Most High so we can fight this spiritual warfare. So y'all, if y'all don't do anything, please do that. But with that being said, we got to jump right into the show because I'm kind of pressed for time. No, I am pressed for time this morning. And I want to make sure I get everything in before I get up off of here because I do have to go to an appointment. But before I do that, let's get into a few honorable mentions. Let's talk about Black Americans, quote unquote, the Black Americans who are really the American Indian, the indigenous person who are from America. Let's talk about this person. The biggest misconception when we talk about Indians and having Indian in our family is the hair. A lot of people only associate having Indians in the family with people with long, cold, straight black hair. My daddy talk about his grandmother who had long, cold, straight black hair to the floor. And that is one of the characteristics of the American Indian. But like I told y'all before, the American Indian looks like me and you. So that means it comes in all different shades, sizes, hairstyles, and everything, and hair textures. You don't realize, but having Indian hair is having your hair. Let's get into this video, y'all. Get the likes up on the video.
This Indian tribe were told that they weren't American Indians, but Negroes pretending to be American Indian. Yup, in the 1900s, the Puspatuk tribe, also known as the Unkechaug Nation, had a family gathering, and the Brooklyn Daily Times reported that they were so-called Indians, and in reality, they were Negroes. And he based this off the fact that he thought that they had Congo lips and curly hair. These American Indians have been on Long Island.
And let me say this too. This is the same thing. If any of you guys have ever read the book, They Came Before Columbus. Ivan Van Sertima talks about the same thing. He talks about when Columbus came ashore, then he saw black people with melanated skin who had features of what they had saw in Africa. And from that assessment, he goes throughout that entire book calling these people Africans. This is the exact same thing happened with this tribe because people who don't believe or don't feel like they fit the identity of what they think an Indian is, they automatically gave these people different names. That happened a lot in our ancestry.
And in the Hamptons for thousands of years. The odd thing about that journalist calling them fake American Indians because they had curly hair, that wasn't the first time that American Indians had been observed to have curly hair, as noted here in 1862. I noticed the other day in passing through Blunt's division that scores of the best-looking Indians have remarkably curly hair. In fact, it was wool. Here is the Union Major General James Gilpatrick Blunt. One thing all Black Americans can agree on is that our parents used to smother grease into our hair like it had to shine. So when I discovered that these American Indians did the same exact thing, I noticed that there had to be more to the story. Fontenot found that secret doctors in Louisiana typically referred to plants having Native American origin or as Indian in their interviews. The WPA narratives also include references to Indians, Indian grandmothers, aunts or mothers, and Indian plants. For example, Harriet Collins acknowledged a debt to Native American folk medicine. Why did the ancestors of Black Americans rely more on hair grease than charcoal dust and palm oil? Be sure to check out the full video.
Shout out to this brother. He's absolutely right. And you'll start to learn when you get real deep into the history that everything that America and the world has, we had first. even basketball, and we'll get to that here in a second. But the traditions that we used to do thousands of years ago are the traditions that we do now. The only thing has changed is the name on the traditions. We still putting grease in our hair, as we call it, greasing our hair. That's something, that's an ancient practice that we still do today. That's because we are those Indians. These American Indians are the Black American. Never forget that. Now I want to scooch over to some mounds. I told y'all about the Cahokia mounds. That's why I want to do the ground at the mound, the first one. But then I had saw this video, this brother talking about Janesville, Louisiana, and some ancient mounds. Let me say this before we get into this video. All across the interstate, when you look on each side of the interstate and you see how them grounds are raised and they look like hills, those are mounds. There are thousands and millions of mounds. I ain't gonna say millions, but thousands of mounds all over the doggone the Americas. They do. And this is something ancient that we did as well. So I saw these mounds in this brother's video, and I want to share it with y'all. Check this out.
All right, y'all, let's pay attention.
The state landscape is dotted with Indian mounds, some of which are among the oldest and most complex ancient sites in North America. In tonight's Heart of Louisiana, Dave McNamara shows us the historical mounds in Jonesville.
Sometimes they appear as a distant rise in the earth, jutting above the flat Louisiana farmland. There are dozens of these mounds scattered across the state. This one was built more than 1,000 years ago. The town of Jonesville in northeast Louisiana sits on top of the site of an ancient Native American city known as Troyville. Its mounds were built 1,500 years ago.
And remember, whenever they say Native American, that is a switch. That is to confuse you. When they know this. They have embedded it in Black Americans' brain. And whenever we hear Native American, we automatically think about the $5 Indian, the $5 footlong. So what they'll do is when they speak about historic things, instead of saying Indian or Black, they'll say Native American. And that is to trick you out of the idea that this story belongs to you. Never forget that. That Native American term has been used as a weapon against us in literature for a long time. They love to use it to take you out of the story, even when they talking about you. Never forget that.
The Great Mound was over 80 feet tall, as high as the crossbeam on the town's water tower. It was partially destroyed during the Civil War, and then the dirt was used for a bridge embankment.
Of course, the first base was 30 feet high.
Local historian Bill Atkins can point out what's left of the mounds. There's one under the Catholic Church. A cemetery next to the Methodist Church sits atop another. And at the edge of town, a mound overlooks the point where the Ouachita River, the Tensas, Little, and Black Rivers intersect.
It was a massive site for Indians. It's where four rivers come together, which was their highway and our superhighway of the time.
But in the central Louisiana town of Marksville,
Are you listening?
Between 40 and 50 bodies were found, or partially remains, and some artifacts. But we know that this was a place of respect for the people that lived here.
the burials in this 30-foot-high mound began at the same time that Christ was born, a half-world away, 2,000 years ago.
A lot of the...
Christ wasn't born a half-world away. He was actually born in America, number one. Number two, a lot of the mounds are and were burial mounds. These mounds were robbed. So the clears will go in there and blow up these mounds because remember, just like in 2026, what did we do? We buried our dead with their belongings. That's why you see today a nigga out the hood who got buku jewelry. You'll see a lot of family at one point used to want to bury him with all his jewelry on, put his shoes in the casket, put his clothes in the casket, put his money. That stuff we've always done. And the enemy was looting these mounds.
These sites that we think of as really being ceremonial sites, particularly at that time period between 0 and 400 AD. And so they're typically on a bluff or a piece of high ground overlooking a stream.
Other mounds here align perfectly with the summer and winter solstice, the oldest known mounds in the state.
And let me tell y'all something. Everything was aligned with the planets, the stars, and the universe. That is our history. That is not American, Native American history. That is Black American history. It only sounds so far-fetched because to some people, not all, but to some people, it just doesn't add up. If you sit down with your soul remembers. This is your history, Black America. For the longest we've been running around all over the world trying to find who we are, going to Africa, going this place. I'm telling you who you are, Black America. And I hate to do that because I know the only way to find out is through your own genealogy. But from the history that I've studied, I understand that the group of people that we call Black American are these ancient, quote unquote, Indians, okay? So please never forget that. Now I want to move to the next scene. Let's talk about the pastors. Did you see this video with this pastor telling the people to bring in copies of their tax return at the church? Let me tell y'all something about these grifting ass pastors. I don't care what they claim they can give to you. You sending your money to all of these people who make way more money than you. You are a new age fool. But again, do what you please. The Most High and the ancestors gonna just expose them. Let's get into it.
I ask you that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm gonna put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday mornings. Amen. I ask you that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm gonna put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday mornings.
Now, I don't know if that was his real sermon because that little small clip makes me believe that it could have been taken out of context. But let me just say this, because it probably wasn't. It is 2026. There are people, not just pastors, but there are people who are playing on you, baby. I'm telling y'all now. I'm not telling you what to do because y'all really will fight me and windmill on me and say, but I want to support. That's fine. But these people are playing in your face. You are broke and poor, and this pastor make way more money than any of you will ever see in your life. Yet here you are sending your hard-earned pennies to a person who really could use it and wipe their ass with it. You are a new age fool. There's no amount of money, no 10% that's going to get any of you into heaven. That's the biggest lie ever told to y'all. Paying money, like the Most High cares about your coins. Paying money, if 10% is going to get you in anywhere. That's why most of y'all paying 10% right to get you to hell. That's why. Now let's move on. I'm sorry if I'm going through these stories fast, but I have to get everything in because I don't want to miss my appointment. So listen. Cancer. We spoke about cancer many times. We talked about the food, the medication, the vaccines, and all this stuff is the reason why we getting cancer. I saw a video the other day that Black Americans are the highest rates of cancer in the entire world, Craig. Not the city, bitch. Not the country hope. The world. Not only that, the lowest or one of the lowest groups of people who have cancer are the Hispanics or the Mexicans. And they claim it's because they eat better. That's not true. They don't eat better. The reason why Black Americans have the highest rates of cancer is because we are the targets. We are the people being targeted with cancer. Most of y'all going down there letting them people give y'all biopsies on your boobs and all these biopsies on your body and you don't have it. They telling you have it so you can get put up under chemo. I don't want to hear, but voodoo, my so-and-so survived cancer from chemo. Congratulations. I'm not talking about her. I'm telling y'all what they doing in the real world. Most people that went up, especially after 2020, most Black Americans went up under chemo, ain't even have cancer. Watch it come out. It sounds asinine, but watch it comes out after 2020. Most of them Black Americans that underwent chemo never had it. It's gonna come out. But you are the target. This is why the cancer rate is so high in your community. They target you with the food. They target you with the music. Well, that too. They target you with the radiation. They target you with the medication. They target you in every which way but loose, because chemotherapy and cancer is a $1 trillion industry, and they make the majority of their money off of niggas. Not Black, not clear people, not Asians, not Hispanics. They make the majority of their money off of niggas. You got to know it. And because some people have survived cancer using chemo, what happens is those people are going to windmill on people like me who are sounding the alarm on other people or on the people who are attacking us as a community. And let me say this. I am by no means or way, shape, or form trying to tear down the treatment of people who have cancer or anything like that. I'm not trying to say you're wrong for getting treatment. What I'm telling you is use your freaking discernment. Y'all be thinking these doctors and these scientists know more than you, and they be dumb as a box of rocks. They be on Google looking up this stuff, the same stuff you could have Googled at home. Let's get into this article. It says U.S. government accused of hiding cancer-fighting treatment after a hidden document from 60 years ago hinted at a possible cure. We know Dr. Sebi was curing cancer like 90 going west. Cancer, diabetes, HIV. That's why they got him up out the paint. There's always been a cure to this stuff. They keep a cure. That's why they give it to you, so they can always take hold of the cure and have you running around with your money, your time, and your life trying to find it. It says the internet is in shambles after secret papers from the CIA were just rediscovered. Let that be known. According to a report by Daily Mail, back in 1951, during the Cold War, U.S. spies translated a science report from Russia and locked it away in a vault for over 60 years. It has been declassified since, and now that it's finally out, everyone is asking if the government hid a secret to fight cancer all this time. The report says that a Russian scientist noticed something super weird. Cancerous tumors and parasitic worms actually act almost exactly the same way inside the body. They both love to eat the same kind of sugar fuel and grow in the same conditions. Because they are so similar, the scientists found that a medicine used to kill worms could also stop cancer from growing. Some people online are saying this proves cancer is parasites, and it says, but that's not quite right. It just means they eat and breathe in the same way, kind of like how a lion and a tiger both have big claws, but are still different animals. Bitch, they still cats. People are mostly upset because this research sat in a dusty file cabinet for decades instead of being used to help doctors find better treatment sooner. What do y'all think? I'm going to tell you what I think. That's the cure. Whatever you said it was is what it was. The same way the parasite with the whatever they found out was able to kill them other parasites is the same thing that'll kill that cancer. They know it, but they understand that if they cure cancer, then there's a lot of money that leaves out of their pockets. Black America, I'm telling you this because I'm not talking out the side of my neck. I'm talking to you straight from the Most High's lips. These people are killing you with this fake ass cancer. Most of y'all getting diagnosed and they tell y'all run into chemo in the next day, the next 2 days, the next 3 days. This is purposely done so that you can't sit in your feelings and use your discernment to realize, wait a minute, let me get a second opinion. Let me get a third opinion. Let me make sure there's other ways that I can't use to get up out of this. That's the reason why they diagnose you on Monday and tell you they want you in chemo on Tuesday. They killing y'all. They killing us. They giving us this cancer and putting us on this goddamn burn fuel that they call chemo, burning up all of our intestines. They're probably taking out all kind of stuff that we need during this chemo. And listen, this is the sick part about this enemy, because they know that ye are gods. They know that we are made in the Most High's image and likeness. In their mind, they think that we could take this type of stuff, and if we die, it's cool. This is how they rationalize this stuff, Black America. Remember the old thing about saying Black Americans can take more pain, slaves could take more pain? You got to understand the psychology behind that. They know who you are, Black America. And in their weird, sick, twisted minds, they think that no matter what they do to you, they can do all types of stuff because ye are gods. It's going to go over people's head. With that being said, though, I'm going to say all this to say this. Be careful with this cancer. They've always had a cure for it. They still, every time you go to the doctor, what the doctor say, you want to get a mammogram? Why? So they can squeeze your titties and create the cancer? No, I'm good, love. Enjoy. Now, I'm not no doctor, and I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. Only thing I'm telling you is follow your inner compass and use your discernment. You know more than these doctors. Only thing they have over you is 12 years worth of education. That just means they 12 years more educated and indoctrinated than you. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you. Them people is playing on Black America's top. And boy, oh boy, once we wake up on that, it's going to be a lot to deal with. Do you hear me? Because they be quick. Oh, come get a mammogram. At first, when I was coming up, you ain't need a mammogram till after you hit 50. Now they over here hollering, go get a mammogram at 30. And this is the worst part. They'll say, oh, well, the age decreased because the number of cancer rates have increased in the younger people. But what I'm telling you is the number of cancer didn't increase. Most of those numbers are fudged. Most of those young girls didn't even have the cancer. Did they go through the chemo? Yes. Were they officially diagnosed? Of course. But they never had it. They faked the numbers to get you to buy into the bull crap. Yeah. That's a problem. We need to move on into the show. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope y'all are doing well. Those were the honorable mentions that I did want to bring to you guys because I do feel like that is something that we need to discuss. All of those things are important. Black America, please use your head. Do not allow people outside of you to influence you to do nothing that the inside of you ain't telling you good to go, okay? Now, I want to get into Clarissa Shields. Let's get into this first topic. You guys get the likes up on the video and shout out to everybody in the building. Let me read the super chat. Trey, hey boo. Hey, it's Trey says, hold on, because I can't see. Thank you says they keep exposing there are products that target us from our lotion hair to the environment, and people still just want to blame soul food. And that's the thing. And Black Americans are starting to do that too, but that's the trick too. They want us to believe it's something that we're doing to ourselves. It's not. I'm not saying that the food don't play a part. It absolutely does play a part. Diet plays a part in everybody's health. You see what I'm saying? But they want you to believe that the stuff that you're doing to yourself is the reason why you're getting these cancers. That's not the truth. It's the stuff they're doing to the food is the reason why we're getting these cancers. It's the stuff they're doing to the clothes, the electronics, to the weather, everything. That's why we're getting the cancer for those of us who's even really getting it. But thank you, Trey. Now let's get into Clarissa Shields really quickly. Shout out to Clarissa Shields. Love her down, but I got to call you down to the red carpet. I don't understand why Clarissa Shields is finding her way to want to box men. Let's talk turkey here. I think Clarissa Shields is the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time that she says she is. I am here 1,000% to back that Clarissa Shields is the GOAT. Heavy on the part of that GOAT. But here it is. I don't know if this is a scheme Tide set up. I don't know if this is her team. I don't know if this is her. I don't know if it's the powers that be. And I know Clarissa Shields be in all of the comments. So please, if you up early and you in here, or if you gonna catch the replay, I need you to hear me and hear me good. You are a new age fool, and you're gonna get a lot of girls behind you hurt. It is not and never okay. I don't give a damn how well you box for a woman to be in the ring with a man. Clarissa Shields, what you are doing is opening a can that is going to get a lot of women seriously injured and or killed because you figure you don't have no other women to box. Now you want to go over to men. You are a dummy, and I like you. But the daggerissa term starting to come back to me because something wrong with you, bitch. I'm not doubting your skills. I think that you are an amazing fighter, but you are biting off more than you could chew. You are a woman trying to fight men. Back, dummy. Back. Because now it makes me feel like you doing what them people telling you to do. So now you about to get in the ring with a whole man. You arguing with other men about how you can fight another man. You are a woman, dummy. You gonna get killed in the ring, dummy. Trying to play the game, dummy. Stupid. That's a man. Boys have muscles. My mama told me that when I was in school. I remember I had a fight with a boy in school. You know what my mama told me? You can't guarantee when you hit a boy that he ain't gonna use all his might to knock you out. Boys have muscles. You don't need to be fighting boys. Why is Clarissa braiding her hair to the back trying to go fight men? Why? Following the agenda, might? Clarissa? Is you following the agenda? Is this part of the deal for when you won your last belt? Because what the hell are you doing? You look a mess. This man gonna knock your shit loose, dummy. And you think this shit is progressive. I'm so tired of you hoes. You know what it reminded me of? I remember them white dagging ass hoes in the military when told all the people in the military that women should be able to fight on the front line. Oh no, bitch. Just because you want to be a nigga, you go fight on the front line. Most women do not want to fight on the front line. And it's the same thing with Clarissa. Bitch, because you want to be a dagger and go fight niggas. You do that, but do not make this a spectacle for the world to see so that we can think that it is okay for women to get in the ring and fight men, you dumbass bitch. Because this ain't about you. Personally, at this point, Clarissa, I don't give a fuck if that nigga knock your shit loose. Quiet as it's kept, because you stupid. But what I'm not going to do is let you take that influence and influence a whole bunch of girls, Black American girls, all across the world to believe that they can get in the ring and go toe-to-toe with a goddamn man, you stupid ass bitch. I don't like you no more. Because I already know you in the game. You playing the game. You playing the game, Clarissa. You playing the game and you're going to get a lot of women hurt. Let's get into it. When I saw this, I said, there you go. I knew it. And let me tell y'all something. See these people who care more about rubbing shoulders with the right people? You see these people who care more about following that agenda? You got to spit them out, throw them up, regurgitate them. Because that bitch going to get a lot of us in trouble. Say what I said. Now, until she figure this shit out, I ain't got no words for Clarissa. You a fool. And that nigga gonna knock your motherfucking head off for everybody in the world to see. They gonna put it in 4K and everybody gonna watch it, you dumbass bitch. So Clarissa wants to fight a man. This man's name is, I forget his name, but she is going back and forth with Shannon Sharp talking about how she could fight this man and she could beat them. She's still a woman. But Clarissa want to get in the ring and fight a whole grown ass man. Let's get into this girl. And I don't know where Pap at or somebody in her corner. And I know what it is. Let me tell you what it is. Clarissa is doing what them people, the powers that be, told her to do. You want this belt? You want to be the GOAT? All right, we're going to give you the belt, but you got to do this. You got to do that. And look at her. I don't care. Okay. It's okay. I don't mind. Because she's slow already. I don't mind. She done got popped upside the head all her life. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll get in the ring with him. Yeah. I don't mind getting in the ring with him. It don't take much. It don't take much. She'll throw it off. And look at your duck ass on a podcast with grown-ass athletic men talking about how you could fight another man. And these men are trying to tell you, Clarissa, baby, this ain't for you, baby. But look at Clarissa. Just adamant. Check it out.
All right. So you saying that if it's money and belt on the line and I got me a 2 or 3 month camp, you telling me that Rolly gonna knock me out up in what round?
Rolly gonna beat you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, I believe Rolly would stop you.
You are nuts. But I love that for you because when you don't know boxing, you just don't know boxing that well. And you don't know me that well. But I will say this, I've never went inside the ring with anybody and been just...
So can I ask you a question, Clarissa?
On my chin, hit me right in the... Come on now. Did you not see the defense and the offense in my last fight?
Can I ask you a question, Clarissa?
Can you answer the
Yes.
question? Did you not skip offense and
That
defense?
was against Franchon. This is Rolly, a 3-division champ.
Listen, guys that really know how to box, I would tell you that they can do what they can do, that they better boxers or skilled or
85.
all right.
He
So you
fights at
saying
140.
if it's
Huh?
so powerful, whatever they mean. You Rolly is not.
Clarissa, even at one, even
Rolly
if he
is
walks
not.
around at 180, if he walks around, let's just say for the sake of argument, if he's making weight at 147, I'm saying he's probably walking around at 160, 165. I'm gonna be generous and say he's stripping between 15 and 20 pounds off. Even at 155, 165, his body still produces more testosterone than yours.
Nobody ever said I was stronger than Rolly. I never said that. You said that. I am
So
telling
when he
you
hit-
off of pure boxing.
So when he hit you, you dumbass bitch, stupid. So if you, it's not, you know he's stronger than you. So let's say he land one lick. He ain't gotta beat you up. He just gotta land one right lick. It's over for you. Lights out. He don't have to know how to fight. He just gotta land one lick out of the whole fight. Just one. But you can't tell this slow asshole nothing.
Look, Deontay Wilder had 41 knockouts. He getting there with a pure boxer like Tyson Fury and lose. This is men to men, but I am telling you, skill to skill, skill to skill. You are not looking at skill to skill, man. You're just not, because you can't, because you too macho.
But
that's
you
just
looking at Rolly, like he's not skilled. You're looking at Rolly like he's not skilled.
For whatever they mean. Rolly is not. I am telling you that Rolly is skilled. He's not better skilled than me. And Ocho even just told you that. Ocho just told you that.
So I'm gonna ask Ocho.
Ocho just told you that.
So he's not as skilled as Clarissa. Do you believe Clarissa can beat him in a fight, in a sanctioned fight, a 12-round fight with 10-ounce gloves? Do you believe Clarissa could beat him?
That's what I explained in my first when I first said it. Are you going to be able to protect yourself in a 10-round fight and not get caught in exchanges?
What you gotta do is tuck your chin and keep your fucking hands up. What are we talking? I'm finna go in there. Oh, I'm finna go power for power with Rolly. Man, come on. You seen the jab in the fight. You seen the head movement. You seen the body work. And anybody that know, when you fight against somebody that's strong, you hit them where? The body. I'm going to Rolly's body early.
Where do you think he's going to hit you? Let me ask you a question. Where do you think he's going to hit you?
Everybody gets hit.
But
I am telling you that Rolly is skilled. He's not better skilled than me. And Ocho even just told you that.
This is so hard to watch. This is so hard to watch because I know the agenda behind this. What they want is for Clarissa Shields to be the first sacrificial lamb to get into a ring with a man. This is going to condition the rest of the world to watching a man literally pounding on a woman. It's going to make it okay because we're inside of a ring. It's different. It's a mutual fight. This is what they're using this dumb asshole for. So they're going to put her in the ring, let this clear man pound her down to the ground. Everybody's going to watch this man beat this black ass woman down. This quote unquote GWOAT will get her shit knocked loose soon as she step in the ring because she's stupid. She done got hit in the head with too many 10-pound gloves. She dumb. Because in her mind, I don't know if she done ran out of women to fight. I don't know if the bitch is bored. I don't know if Pat done went back to Remy. I don't know what the going on. But whatever it is, she's not only going to get herself hurt, she is going to get a lot of other women hurt. Black women. I'm not talking to Clarissa. She's a dumbass. Black women, stop thinking that it is okay and that you are capable of going toe-to-toe with any man. Physically. Stop it. Even if you can. Stop it. We trying to get into a position where we respect the masculine, respect the feminine, understand what each brings to the table, and we respect it and we good with it. We're not getting and going backwards where we getting women jumping into the ring with men who literally about to knock their shit loose. Because whether you want to believe it or not, just like Shannon Sharp was trying to tell this dumbass bitch, you can't win, Rocky. You can't win. It takes one hit. He's a man. You are a woman, allegedly, at this point. And you sitting in here with your snake skin talking about how you can fight another man. You are stupid. Take a break from boxing. You're going to get your head knocked all the way off for real. You think it's already loose. You about to get it knocked all the way off, dumbass hoe. Matter of fact, look at this. She done already been knocked out by the boy.
That guy is a cheat. He didn't have no padding in his gloves. And if it's not true, why him and the coach haven't sued me yet? That dude, I had whooped him the week before. He was mad. He didn't like it. I'm a black African American female. They don't value women in his country, and they definitely don't value no damn black woman. His coach gave him some worn glove that he said he got from Roberto Duran as a gift. This is what the man said. Derek Santos, the coach. The gloves had 0 to no padding in them, and he caught me with that hook when we sparred because he wanted revenge on the week before when I tapped his ass. Now this is the thing, right? He sparred me and another guy the same day. Anytime I go to the gym and I'm sparring rounds, getting ready for a world championship fight, I spar 2 different men. I always done that. I'm always the one standing in the ring, staying fresh. He sparred that same guy, and I was standing there confused. This is my first time ever getting dropped. Been boxing since I was 11 years old. I've never been dropped before. That guy is a cheat. He didn't have no padding in his gloves. And if
I'm gonna tell y'all now, like I said, Clarissa is the sacrificial lamb. I'm telling you, Clarissa is nothing but the sacrificial lamb. She's going to be representation of what the people would like to see normally. I'm telling you, she that's going to be her. And that's what she is. And she don't have no problem coming in here being that sacrificial lamb. Getting knocked out wasn't enough. She cool with that. I think that this is the worst thing that Clarissa Shields could do. I think that if Clarissa Shields really cared about black women or women as she says she do, she would retract this, because this is not about you, Clarissa. This is about the women that's coming behind you. You want to advocate for women, then advocate for their safety and pull out of this dumbass shit. You are a woman. Nobody want to see you get in the ring and fight no man. Only people who want to see that are people who want to see you knocked on your ass permanently. So Clarissa, you was all right with me all the way up to here. Not because what you're doing to yourself, that's you. But because I understand what you're doing to yourself is going to have a grave effect on a lot of black girls coming behind you. You are a new age fool, dummy. Take that shit back and go find you something safe to do. Go play Barbie dolls or something, bitch. Go find you something safe to do instead of trying to get in the ring with men. But I know you don't make your own decisions because the people rule you, dumb asshole. Let's move on. Get the likes up on the video. Sorry if I'm moving fast because I got to get through to these topics. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and shout out to everybody. Do you hear me? Everybody in the building. Bronze Beauty, thank you so much for being a member for 20 months. Says, Boo, I found my royal imperial title decree. The marriage of estates between the Nango royal house and the Powhatan imperial house. So successor in fact. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That sounds like a lot of monions and a lot of prestige. But congratulations, Boo. I appreciate you for being a member for 20 months. And thank you so much for sharing what you found through your genealogy. Black America, do your genealogy. Do your genealogy. Do I have any mods in the building this morning? Probably not. I don't see any. I thought I had a mod in here. All right. Thank you so much, Boo. I appreciate you. And thank you, Peaches Royale, for the super chat. Says, I would respect Clarissa more if she said, I can't beat no man, but I can fight. I can fight, though. Either she is truly stupid or she's going along with the play. Either way, Clarissa, go lay in my boo voice. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I don't care about what she's doing to herself. I'm more concerned about what it's going to do to a lot of the women that's coming behind her. Because people, whether you want to believe it or not, are followers. They're going to see what Clarissa did. Other boxers coming up and they're going to say, oh, snap, I want to be able to do that too. And that's going to be a problem. Now, let's move on, y'all. I want to get into this Boosie bit. So did y'all see Boosie and Kodak is beefing? So apparently Boosie decided to come on the internet and drag Kodak Black and say that he had Kodak Black around there and Yak was on the drugs. He says that he said, oh, let me go to the other one, because this is the second one. He said that Yak was on so many drugs that it was so hard to deal with, or something like that. Let me pull Boosie up. And I was wondering, like, why would he come out here? Because I saw they had words before, but I'm like, why is they coming up here beefed out like this? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into Boosie. This is the video I saw where Boosie was talking about how Yak was josing and was high as the cost of living or something like that. Let's get into it.
When you say I tried to sign you, right? Yeah, I tried to sign you. But what happened in that session when I came? You snorted cocaine all motherfucking back and forth to the bathroom, nigga. 4, 5 of y'all. If you was in the bathroom with my nigga Tunch snorting cocaine, my nigga, back to back, my nigga. Back to back, my nigga. Like, I'm here to listen to music, nigga. You going back and forth to the bathroom snorting cocaine, my nigga. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, man, you full of hate, you full of jealousy, my nigga. You know, what kind of nigga be on a nigga live while you working out? Like, you obsessed, my nigga. And let's be gangster, bro. Let's tell the world how you got your name, my nigga. Kodak. You know how many times I said they called me Kodak, man, in my rhymes before you was even rapping, my nigga. Let's be honest how you got your name, my nigga. Like, bro, you always say I tried to sign you, right? Yeah, I tried to sign you. Like, you ain't like that, my nigga. Niggas in the feds look at you like a bitch, my nigga. You the only rapper to ever check PC, go to the feds, my nigga. Like, man, you ain't like that, bro. Like, and it's the blood of Jesus over here. You voodoo, my nigga. We ain't gonna see eye to eye. We ain't gonna see eye to eye, my nigga. Like, yeah, you always talking about, nigga, I tried to sign you. Nigga, you was stinking, bro. Your fucking boxes was filthy. Like, man, ask Kodak, bro. I mean, ask niggas who was there. Ask niggas who was, nigga, you got dirty the whole night, my nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't Boosie, my nigga. Like, you could never be, my nigga. Like, bro, you full of hatred. You full of jealousy, man, bro. You need to get yourself together, man. Like, once you check PC, man, like, you a sucker in all the real, like, you ain't like niggas' eyes across the world, bro. You know, like, let's keep it real, man. Like, you ain't like that, nigga. You ain't like that at all. Niggas' eyes across the world. Like my kind. Lil Wayne.
So that was Boosie on Kodak, and apparently Kodak showed up to whatever session they had to listen to music. High as the cost of living, stanky, dirty, nasty, and funky. Sounds about right. He looks exactly the same when I see him on the internet. Kodak is high 99.9% of the time we see him, so that means he's a junkie. And if he's high and that much and he's a junkie, then stinking and all of that stuff comes with the territory. Now, why him and Boosie are beefing, honestly, I don't really know. But it sounds like Boosie is trying to say that Kodak basically got his name from him, which obviously he did, because Kodak is a Haitian. Everything that he got in America came from America. He not from here. I mean, he was born here, but his culture ain't from here. So everything he got in the industry come from America. Let's be clear. However, him and Boosie having this back and forth online, and I'm pretty sure it's because Boosie came online to tell us that Kodak be high, which we can see with our own eyes. Him and Boosie having this back and forth online, I'm not really sure where it stemmed from, but it seemed like a lot of stuff is being put out there. I forgot where I was even going with my original point. But the point is, they want all the smoke. Boosie want all the smoke from Kodak, and Kodak want all the smoke from Boosie. Because then Kodak posted a picture and a video basically saying that, and we're going to get to it, that basically Kodak basically said, Boosie was begging Trump for a pardon before that, but before that he was dragging for Trump. So they kind of going back and forth on the internet. What's this video? It says Boosie reacts to Lil Wayne taking photos with Donald Trump. Okay, yeah. So Boosie never liked Donald Trump, but remember when Boosie got in trouble, he went hollered at Donald Trump, put the suit on, and went down to the party trying to get a pardon. So now Kodak responds to Boosie saying that he was high at the studio, and basically Kodak was like, nigga, you a whole lame ass nigga. You one day saying you don't like Trump, then the next day you over here begging him for a pardon.
Took a nice picture with him.
When he popped up and did it, I wasn't as surprised as other people because, you know, I always felt Wayne didn't care strongly about our black beliefs. You know, I always felt like that. I always felt like Wayne felt like he was rich more than black, like my kind.
Lil Wayne took a nice picture with him.
When he popped up and did it, I wasn't as surprised as other people because, you know, I always felt Wayne didn't care strongly about our black beliefs. You know, I always felt like that. I always felt like Wayne felt like he was rich more than black, like my kind.
Lil Wayne.
That's a fact. Lil Wayne don't give a fuck about no niggas. He never did. And quiet as it kept, y'all sitting up here hollering about he black and he New Orleans. That nigga was 10 years old when he got with Cash Money. He don't have enough experience in New Orleans to really say, other than being birthed there, that he really is from there. The majority of his life been on the road. He cared more about everything in his doggone pocketbook than a nigga. He always have and always will. But see, Boosie, old lame ass nigga, he be wanting to be politicking with the right people, so he'll probably retract it. But I'm telling you now, what he said was the truth. Lil Wayne don't give a damn about no nigga. Barely the ones he birthed. So I don't want to act like Boosie is that. I mean, Lil Wayne is that, but basically, Kodak is basically going back and forth with Boosie saying, nigga, you a lame because you want to ask the same man for a pardon after talking crap about him. But that's what Boosie do. And that's also why Donald Trump did not pardon him. Trump know. You think Trump ain't see that? It was like, nah, I'm good, love, enjoy. He know. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, all things done in the dark will come to the light. Kodak Black is up on these drugs, if that's even the real Kodak. It might be the clone he arguing with at this point. All I know is, man, it's rough out here in these streets and we got to move on. Let's move on. Now, I want to move to Royce Reed. I talked about this yesterday at the Dollhouse. Y'all go to the Dollhouse if you haven't seen this. If y'all don't know what's going on, Royce Reed is in a lot of stuff going on between her baby daddy, who is Dwight Howard, and his new wife, Amy Luciani. Now, go look it up if you haven't seen it. But Amy Luciani recently came to the internet and told us that her husband, Dwight Howard, who is an ex-NBA player, is high and strung out on cocaine. She had a huge bag of cocaine, and she came on the drugs. She came on the internet begging people for help. Royce Reed, who had Dwight Howard's first kid, that's his son in the background, she had been saying a lot of this stuff for years and years before. Royce had been screaming out loud that he has a drug problem, that he has all these issues, but nobody would hear it because it's Big Dwight versus Royce Reed. Now, while all of this is going on, when Amy comes out and tells the world that he has the drug problem, here comes Royce. Nanny boo boo, I told y'all he was this, I told y'all he was that. And she has been on this tour ever since to tell everybody in the world how horrible she been told us Dwight Howard was. Now, why is this important? I told y'all that Royce Reed was just as dark and messed up as Dwight Howard, and the reason being is because even though Royce Reed liked to run around the internet making it seem like she been trying to warn us, Royce Reed was okay being inside of this conundrum that Dwight Howard she was okay with being inside of this conundrum that Dwight Howard had going on as long as she could be there. The moment Dwight Howard kicked her ass out of the conundrum, she been going ham ever since. What do I mean? She talked about a time where she came to the house where Dwight had her son and he had trans people there, gay LGBTQ, all types of drugs, midgets, everybody was there. She said all of Sodom and Gomorrah was at the house. This is what Royce Reed said. So Royce Reed rushes over to the house and you would think she would go to retrieve her son. Royce Reed ran over there to move in. Royce Reed is just as bad as Dwight Howard. Royce Reed has also taken all these years to tear Dwight down, not because of what he did to her son, but because Royce Reed is sick in the head and all she cares about is getting back at Dwight Howard by any means necessary. She's obsessed with Dwight Howard. She is nothing without Dwight Howard. Now, two things can be true at the same time. Dwight Howard is definitely a monster, and everything she said he did that shit. But the next thing that could be true is Royce Reed would have been right along with it if he would have had her. So what does Royce Reed do? Ever since Amy come out and tell us that Dwight Howard is really on drugs and everything they said he did, he really did. Royce Reed been doing all kind of TikToks looking like a 12-year-old child. Nanny boo boo. Ha ha, I told you. She's even taking it a step further. Now she got her son, who's now 18, mind you. From what I hear, she's got this boy on the internet after all of these years of telling us how he has been raped and sexually assaulted by men in Dwight Howard's family. Yes, Royce Reed has taken to the internet for all of this young boy's life to tell us that he has been sexually assaulted by men and women in Dwight's family, his sister, his brother, his cousins, and all types of stuff, not caring how this would affect her son. Because all Royce cared about was getting back at Dwight. And a lot of y'all might say, but that's not true. She needed to bring awareness. I get it once or twice. This bitch been on a emotional roller coaster behind this shoulders ass nigga since he left her. And all she does is uses her son's pain to tell y'all that he ain't worth a dime. At this point, I'm starting to wonder if she's just as manipulative as Dwight, because I paid attention to this video and I watched how she spoke to this young man, and I said, "Ooh, she a mommy dearest type of bitch. She more passive aggressive. She the type of bitch that'll act like, oh, I love you, I'm your mommy, but really be pinching him behind the back." Let's get into it. Royce Reed brings the same son who she's been telling all of the world that has been sexually assaulted by men. She brings this boy on the camera to tell us that one time or a few times, Dwight Howard didn't bring him birthday gifts. That wasn't even the worst part. Watch how she get into the mode of, why do you even care about him? Why do you allow him to do this to you? Why do you continue to want this with him? That's his daddy, you stupid baby T having ass bitch. Let's get into it. Girl, I woke up on one this morning. Let's get into Royce with her manipulative ass and this boy. I feel sorry for the little boy. I'ma just say that because Royce threw it off like Dwight.
And I had asked him like around my birthday and after Christmas, like in between then.
Oh, and let me add this part. This is Royce's words, not ours. After her son was allegedly sexually assaulted, he went on to assault her boyfriend's daughter or son. No. He went on to sexually assault Royce's next boyfriend, his son. Royce's son, who was sexually assaulted by adults on Dwight Howard's side of the family, turned around and sexually assaulted somebody else's child. Royce's words, not mine. I just want to add that in there too. Throw it out there.
And I asked him, I was like, so why did you say that you were getting me all this stuff for my birthday for Christmas? And you told me send you links and stuff and you never did. And I was telling him, I'm like, you say that you're going to get me these gifts. You promise me all this stuff and you don't do it. Or the stuff that you do give.
Outside of this past birthday, when was the last time he got you anything for Christmas? When was the last time he got you anything for your birthday? When was the last time he showed up for anything important? So why even let it take you there?
Because that is his father, you stupid ass bitch. See, typically with children, we develop more of a tolerance for our parents. Why? Because we're wired to love our parents unconditionally. But see, when you do stuff like, but you know he's not going to come, and why do you do this, and why do you, that is a very passive aggressive way of handling and controlling his mind. You cannot make a child hate a parent. And people who do that, right, wrong, or indifferent, are fucked up in the head. So you're going to sit up here with your monotone voice. Oh, why do you do this? And why do you do that? I don't understand. You know he's not going to. That's his daddy, numbnut. That's his daddy. His daddy could sit down and probably have a list of things that he shouldn't tolerate from you. But he do because you his mama. Numbnut. Stupid. Man, watch out.
Why even let him get you on that level? I've told you this before. You allow yourself to, well, you are your mama's child. but you allow yourself to constantly be hurt.
And I had asked him, like, around my birthday.
By someone who has shown you who he is. Correct?
Yeah.
Royce wants this boy to feel about Dwight Howard the way that she feels about Dwight Howard. And so often I've seen black women do this. Y'all be wanting the children to hate the nigga the way you hate the nigga. Royce, you hate Dwight Howard, but you procreated and had a baby with him. You're not going to get your son to hate him the way that you hate him. It's not going to happen. That's what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
I told you that the time will come. I told you that karma does not have an expiration date. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to. Everything that is going on has nothing to do with who? Exactly. So let him dig his own grave. I said what I needed to say. You said what you needed to say. You don't have to defend anything because the truth is coming out. It always prevails. And sometimes it may take longer than we wanted it to. But it happened. Did we expect?
You want that man truth to come out. You think Dwight Howard's son want all of this stuff out about his daddy? Tell the truth. Royce is the only one want horrible things to happen to Dwight because she's bitter and she's jealous. She want to be with that man. If Dwight would have had her, she would still be with him today. She's bitter. You the only one want justice to prevail on this man. I'm almost positive this little boy don't want that on his daddy. Because regardless of what this man did, that's still his daddy.
Did that happen like this? I did not. By someone who has shown you who he is. Did not.
What?
I did not, but I've been telling people don't F with people from Detroit. They on a different level.
Not even that. Don't mess with my family.
Did not.
What?
I did not.
To bring this little boy on this internet, knowing that you done told us that he was sexually assaulted, and then you also told us, allegedly, that he sexually assaulted somebody else's child. Oh, it was a whole thing. Royce Reed ended up losing a boyfriend because her son, according to her, sexually assaulted his son. And giving Royce no shade. Shout out to Detroit. But I know there was a lot of, and this is just all across Black America, but I know in Detroit, especially Royce my age, in that childhood in them 90s, it was a lot of freaky, cutthroat, messed up, dirty dog leg shit going on around there in Detroit. I know people from Detroit personally, baby. And I'm not saying that this was everybody, but I'm just saying, just like in the 90s across Black America, there was a very heavy presence of sexual assault. I'll say that. And it was okay. At one point, it was just like a second thing. Like, oh crap, this one got raped. Oh, it's fucked up, but let's move on. You see what I'm saying? Royce is not who you think she is. Royce is the female version of Dwight Howard. Royce is, she just packaged different. She's little, and because she looks innocent with the natural hair and the natural face, you wouldn't see it. Royce is just as bad, if not worse, than Dwight. And if Dwight would have her right now, Royce would run back over there. I put my neck on the chopping board. If Dwight called that hoe right now and said, come home, I'm ready to be a family, her and Lil Dwight is on their way. Same way she had him on the way the last time. At any rate, I'm telling y'all what I see. It's going to come out in the wash. She's so busy trying to get this man up under the doggone bus. It's going to come out in the wash. Now, let's move on. I have to move on, y'all, because I am pressed down. Oh, I'm pressed down for time. I might have to do the Chinese Native Americans tomorrow. Yeah, I think I might have to do them tomorrow because I got to finish this last story with Magic City Monday. Then I have to go. So We got to get into the story about Magic City Monday. Did y'all know that they were trying to do a Magic City Monday in at the NBA? So the NBA in Atlanta, which is Sodom and Gomorrah, which I've told y'all this before. So Atlanta is Sodom and Gomorrah. It's not up for debate. It just is. Okay. All of anything negative, nasty, vile, disgusting, horrible, demonic, cult, like all of that is in Atlanta. I don't recommend anybody to move to Atlanta. I don't care how good the job is. I don't care how great the opportunity is. I do not recommend anybody who want any quality of life to move to Atlanta. Atlanta is going to be the new Sodom and Gomorrah. The Most High is going to torch Atlanta. Mark my word, mark my word, mark my word. Atlanta is where the demons fester. Sexual demons. I'm talking about all of the worst sexual fetishes, demonic demons, all of the nastiest of the worst of the lowest of the low entities reside in ATL. I would not recommend, unless you want to partake. And if so, let me mind my business. I ain't judging. But unless you want to partake in that type of lifestyle, I wouldn't recommend it. This is why women can't find husbands and boyfriends in Atlanta, because everybody's sinning. It's literal Sodom and Gomorrah. If you don't know what Sodom and Gomorrah is, Google it or go read your Bible. Okay? So, Atlanta Hawks is playing the Orlando Magic, which ironically is a team Shoulders used to play for. Dwight Howard. Anyways, Atlanta is hosting the Orlando Magic on a Monday night, and they decided that they wanted to host Magic City Mondays at the NBA game. Now, in the grand scheme of things, most people are like, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is Magic City is a famous strip club in Atlanta that is adult entertainment. The NBA is a family-friendly sports event that is family entertainment. That means children are there. That also means things that are set aside specifically for adults, not things that are for adults. Things that are set aside specifically for adults are usually kept away from the NBA because this is a family-friendly situation versus an adult-friendly situation. Okay? Now, why is this important? The NBA, or at least the Atlanta Hawks, had decided at some point they wanted to host Magic City Monday at the NBA game and have the strippers and all of Magic City leave the strip club and come down to the NBA where a bunch of unsuspecting, innocent children are here to just watch a game. Now, a lot of y'all might feel like, oh, it's messed up because these kids, and that is true, but I saw something deeper. Remember I told y'all they were merging fan bases because these industries are not surviving on their own? If I haven't told you, I'll tell you again. So what's happening in the industry is they're merging fan bases because each industry is dying one by one. And in order to keep them afloat, they're going to merge these fan bases. This is why you see a lot of rappers are dating a lot of athletes. This is why you see a lot of church trying to get into a lot of this. And now you'll see strip clubs trying to marry in with the NBA. They're trying to keep the business of entertainment afloat. So they're trying to merge fan bases. But that's only one part of this Magic City with the NBA thing. The second part is they're advertising. It's the same reason why the military has a whole monopoly on all of the NFL. This is why in October, they all wear the green NFL with military stuff. This is why before every game, they play the national anthem and have the planes fly across the thing. It's for advertisement. It's for them young kids sitting in the audience to say, ooh, when I grow up, I want to fly a plane like that. I want to be in the Air Force. I want to be in the Army. I want to be in the Marine. That's the whole purpose of the military even collaborating with any of sports. It is to advertise. So now take the military away. If the military collaborate with sports to advertise, what you think Magic City is collaborating with the NBA to do? And we all know who they're advertising to. They're not advertising to the 30 or 40-year-old because none of those people can join the military or Magic City. They're advertising to the babies, the ones saying, ooh, when I grow up, I'ma fly a plane just like that. Ooh, when I grow up, I'ma have a gun just like that. Ooh, when I grow up, I'ma be a stripper just like that. Are you tracking? Have you caught on yet? Are the bells ringing in your head? Magic City Monday is collaborating with the NBA to advertise. They need more hoes and more niggas in that degenerate lifestyle. We need advertisement. Run Magic City Monday through the NBA. And guess what the Atlanta Hawks was like? Bet. You know why? Because the people at the top of the Atlanta Hawks, their children are not going to be affected by this. This is just ours. So it was on the go for Magic City Monday to collaborate with the NBA, and they was going to have a whole thing. They were selling hoodies, T-shirts, the stripper hoes was getting their outfits together, and they was going to come down to the arena and have the best show in front of these children that they could ever have. This is very reminiscent of the TS's going down to the elementary school reading books. This is sick. It ain't about sexuality. It's about the fact that y'all are putting sexuality onto children. This is sick. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. And this is why the Most High is going to torch Atlanta like a fucking flame. You got to know it. Oh, you want a blue flame? You going to get one. Oh, you going to get one. The Most High is going to torch Atlanta like the flame that it is. You got to know it. You got all of the worst happens in Atlanta. I don't want to talk to nobody in Atlanta. I don't want to date nobody in Atlanta. I'm afraid the mentality gonna get on me. No cap. I'm scared to talk to them people. They different in the brain. No shade. And not everybody. They got people inside of Atlanta who are able to maintain themselves. But for the most part, everybody walking zombies, just going with the move. Going with the move. We all black. We all love immigrants. We all love strippers. We all love it. It's sick. And this is not an indictment on everybody who live in Atlanta. This is an indictment on the people who follow the wave inside of Atlanta. The ones who promote this bullshit and don't even realize what they're promoting. So let's get into Magic City Monday. The NBA has pulled the plug on a controversial Atlanta Hawks promotion tied to one of the city's most famous strip clubs. Legal officials announced they canceled the Hawks' planned Magic City Monday in area promotion, which had been scheduled for March 16th during Atlanta's home game against the Orlando Magic. The event involved the collaboration with Atlanta strip club Magic City, a well-known adult entertainment venue in the city. According to reports, the Hawks had originally planned the promotion as a nod to Magic City's cultural influence in Atlanta. The event had already been announced publicly before the NBA stepped into it to stop it. It says in a statement confirming the move, the league said the NBA today announces that it has canceled Atlanta Hawks March 16th in-area promotion or in-arena promotion. The promotion has sparked criticism from some around the league, including San Antonio's player Luke Cornett, who publicly questioned the idea. The NBA should protect and esteem women, Cornett said while addressing the controversy surrounding the planned event. The NBA ultimately intervened and canceled the promotion altogether, ending the planned partnership before it could take place on March 16th. Now, let's be clear. It was a clear man who came out and said, nah, this ain't right. Shout out to D1 from New Orleans. He came out and said something. A few people said something. They started threatening D1 after he said something. There are people who understand how horrible this is, and they said something. But guess what Sodom and Gomorrah is going to do? Threaten the people. Let's get into a little bit of what all went down behind this. Now, a lot of y'all don't know this, but Tippy Tip, he was set to perform. Y'all love Tip. Shout out to Tip in a new song. I'm pretty sure the album gonna be fire. But album aside, Tip is one of the main puppets in the doggone industry. Do you hear me? Tip, the reason why he's able to walk free the way that he's able to walk free is because he has obligations to the people who are allowing him to walk free. And that means whenever they say jump, Tip got to say how high. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like Tip is probably against performing Magic City Monday at the NBA. I'm pretty sure this is right up Tip's alley because him and his wife be on that type of nasty, freaky, dog, nasty ass shit. That's why they better be careful before 50 Cent put out this damn documentary. They be on this type of stuff. But I'm telling you now, they doing it because Tip has to do it because he's connected to the people that say, get your ugly ass up and go out here and do Magic City Monday. People complained. I'm going to get into one person who complained because we saw the Atlanta Hawks player. One person came out and said, hey, this is not right. We're going to get into D1. He from New Orleans. Let's get into D1. D1 is a rapper from New Orleans. He is a conscious rapper, and I ain't going to say spiritual rapper, but this dude is very, very positive. He's very, very God first. He has been going around the industry basically calling out all these rappers in the industry saying, y'all poisoning the people. Y'all need to put a better message out. D1 has been on this since the very beginning. So when D1 found out about Magic City Monday, he ended up going up to the doggone place, or at least he ended up using his platform and his resources to stop it because he said, nah, this ain't cool. Let's get into D1 stopping the whole Hawks thing.
Let me tell y'all the truth. So I made a few high-level phone calls when I found out the NBA was cool with the Atlanta Hawks having a strip club themed night at a game where kids would be. It worked. Magic City night is canceled at the Hawks game. Now watch this. So this is one of the phone calls I made, and I want to play it so bad, but I also want to protect the integrity of private phone calls. These phone calls worked. I don't even want y'all to read my lips because I don't want y'all to know what was being said. But yeah, it worked. You heard me? I know who I talked to, and I know who they connected with, and I know that I have a platform. And I was able to get a lot of my fans and followers to make calls as well, expressing displeasure with this strip club themed night. Now, I ain't saying it's only because of us, but I know we helped move the needle. This is a concept that I teach about in my college course, you heard me? My hip hop and social change course, and it's called consumer activism. Consumers hold the most power in any industry. When you express pleasure or displeasure with something, it forces the decision makers to have to make a move. Either they continue down that path or they veer off that path. In this case, the NBA veered off that path and we won. That's the power we have in hip hop. What other issues are we fed up with? What do we want to see change? And we could use our platforms and our voices, and together, I promise we can make this world a better place for everybody. So if you're using your platform to glorify and amplify sin, evil, negativity, and just foolishness, guess what? That ain't hip hop, no. That's hypocritical hop. Hypocritical hop.
Shout out to D1, man. See, what he said was very important. Consumer power. We don't realize as the consumer that we have the power. That's the witchcraft. That's the illusion. They want you to think that you can't make these type of changes in your own community. So they make it seem like you got to have a person who you know. You don't have to know nobody. D1 is already in the industry. He has a name. He's solidified in it. And he's always stood on the side of right. So I'm pretty positive whoever he called looked him up and said, oh, he got a platform and a following. We need to pay attention. I can make a call right now to the NBA and they'll stop because I have a platform and a following. Does that make sense? Because consumers have all of the power. That's the biggest mistake for y'all to make, to think that these people at the top have the power. They do not. We have the power. But shout out to D1 for basically stepping up and doing what he had to do because it was necessary. The NBA does not need a Magic City Monday theme night. Strippers do not need to be at the doggone NBA games. But guess who believes differently? I'm sorry. This bad bill bitch, Killer Mike. Let me tell y'all something. I like Killer Mike. I thought I did. I remember during the pandemic, he was talking a lot about black people nation building and having their own and this, that, and the third. And I was on it. I was like, oh, I like him. But then when COVID came And remember them niggas was looting the Fox building or with the CNN building. When I saw him and Tippy Tip get up there to tell niggas, no, don't loot the CNN building, I said, there go. Them niggas is puppets just like the rest of these niggas. Killer Mike is not who we thought he was, because Killer Mike is going to give this long dissertation, and it sounds very educated if you're stupid. Killer Mike about to give a whole diatribe onto why the NBA should allow Magic City there. Now, let me just say this. He's going to talk about all of these things, but he's never going to address children and the inappropriateness of having Magic City in a family-friendly situation. He's never going to approach that. He's only going to stick to his political mind and what he's taught to do and say. Killer Mike, these people ain't who y'all think he is, bro. I lost all respect for him then during COVID, but now it's fuck him to me. That's just me. Let's get into Killer Mike on why they should have the Magic City Monday at the strip club. Like the video.
You've worked with the Hawks, you know, throughout the years.
And I've worked with Magic City throughout the years.
And
although I prefer the Blue Flame, I'm a big fan of Magic City as well.
What do you think about this whole controversy?
I think that the Playboy Club was the first club to allow allow black comics in it. So we got Dick Gregory out of it, a comic, a scholar, and a philosopher. Magic City has been a black-owned business for over 30 years in my community.
I want to stop him because I want you to see what he just did. They asked him about Magic City in the NBA. What he did was, to get you to see his point and to side with him, is he went, the Playboy Club, which was owned probably by that Playboy Clear man, Hugh Hefner. Well, they was a staple in the community and they produced the likes of Dick Gregory. What does that have to do with Magic City Mondays at the goddamn NBA? I need y'all to start asking these kinds of questions, because this is what people do. They'll send you all around the block, so by the time you get back to the point, you done forgot. That has zero to do with Magic City Monday in the NBA. Dick Gregory or the Playboy Club have nothing to do with this. But this is how we're going to start off.
That community has given entertainers that happen to be dancers a place to entertain. Those women have went on to become business owners, moms, wives, and more. And the culture that Playboy started in the 50s lives in the Atlanta gentlemen's club scene.
What he's trying to do is say, y'all can't vilify Magic City because y'all won't vilify the Playboy. Y'all won't vilify Hugh Hefner. So don't try to vilify Magic City. The difference is Hugh Hefner didn't have the Playboys at the NBA or the NFL. Hugh Hefner didn't try to take Playboy and integrate it into the rest of society. What Hugh Hefner did was kept him and his white hoes in the corner doing they dirt by themselves underground. We only knew about it because they did a documentary. Hugh Hefner did not try to take the Playboy bunny and make the Playboy bunny the household bunny. That's the difference. And I'm not trying to take up for no goddamn Hugh Hefner. He's a trash ass white boy. But I'm telling you, that's trying to use him to be like, nah, because it's a racial bit. This is what politicians do. This is what they do. Killer Mike is a politician. This is why he went around the world talking about Dick Gregory and the Playboy Club. Then he went around the other block, started talking about this, that, and the third. None of this have nothing to do with this. I'm pretty sure Killer Mike will stand to make a lot of money if Magic City Monday went off without a hitch at the NBA. A lot of pockets get greased. Do you hear me? I got to finish this and get out of here.
Whether that's Magic City or the Blue Flame or Peaches. And if you don't understand Atlanta, just hush up and be quiet. Yeah. Al Horford, we never with you anyway.
Well, that was Luke Cornett, Al Horford.
We don't with Luke. Luke should stay in San Antonio and concern himself with San Antonio business. If the city of Atlanta embraces that, and they've done a beautiful...
Like you work with the Hawks, you know, throughout the years.
And I've worked with a beautiful documentary. Jamie Gertz's company produced a beautiful documentary on Magic City. Then we should be supporting our city and not just for chicken wings.
Yeah.
You're never going to get rid of adult entertainment in Atlanta. That's why they call it adult entertainment.
Nobody is trying to get rid of adult entertainment. Do you see how he jumped the gun? He went from, I think that it's okay to y'all trying to get rid of adult entertainment. Nobody said that they trying to run through Atlanta and shut down all the strip clubs. But you see how far he went? Y'all gotta be careful.
It is one of the things that has helped desegregate, resegregate, keep our community black owned, keep people who are in ownership positions. When you go to Vegas, the strip clubs are owned by people who look like the people who work there. When you go to Miami, even, it's not that. So if you come to Atlanta and they say they like the girls in the chicken wings and the city doesn't have a problem with it, shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up, you list having motherfucker. You don't need to be having them hoes in front of the children. But Killer Mike's kids aren't going to be affected by this. See, the way it works is Killer Mike get greased in his pockets, Tip get greased in his pockets, and they go home behind their gates in their mansions. You and yours the ones that's gonna get affected by this. So he got all that nigga sound like Al Sharpton to me. That nigga give me Jesse Jackson tease. That nigga sound like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. Like, nigga, what? We talking about the NBA, a family-friendly organization, trying to have the Magic City people, who's an adult-friendly organization, work together. And this nigga went all around the corner to talk about civil rights, resegregation, desegregation. This don't have nothing to do with nothing. And then to say the strip club produce wives, mothers, and this, that, and the third. They produce more addicts. They produce more abused people than any of that. We're not about to repaint this story like the strip club producing the best of society, because they not. We're not about to do that. We're not about to act like the best of us is coming up out the goddamn strip club, because they do not. The worst of us come out the strip club, and no shade. I'm not saying you can't do well out the strip club, but we're not about to rewrite the story as if the strip club produces the cream of the crop in our society. These niggas and flies, I do despise. Do you understand me? Niggas and flies. This one here particularly.
That's right. That's right.
Beautiful documentary. Jamie Gertz's company produced a beautiful documentary on Magic City. Then we should be supporting our city and not just for chicken wings.
Yeah.
You're never going to get rid of adult entertainment in Atlanta. That's why they call it adult entertainment. It is one of the things that has helped.
Yeah. You guys, because I got to get up off of here. Be careful. Please. Nowadays, the Most High is showing you these devils right in front of you. It's a lot of people, y'all gonna be like, no, not this one. Yes, that one. The Most High is showing you these devils right here. It's time for you to be able to see with your own eyes, okay? This man does not care how this is going to affect all of society, because nobody in Atlanta cares how it's going to affect all of society. The people in Atlanta, not all, but there's a large number of people in Atlanta that activate solely off of their private parts. That's all they care about. They wake up in the morning thinking about sleeping and screwing, and they go to bed at night screwing. That's all they do. All of the nastiest, vilest, most disgusting things happen in Atlanta. It does. You want to do some nasty, freaky shit? Go to Atlanta. It's there. I don't care if you thought you made it up. Go to Atlanta. It is there. And the people that they put in charge, the Killer Mikes, the TIs, all of these people who y'all like their music and y'all think they cool, they the ones to make sure it stays like that. Do you understand me? Killer Mike's job is to make sure it remains that way. Killer Mike ain't shit. Fuck him and T.I. Said what I said. Both of them. I can't do the $5 foot longs. I have to do them tomorrow because I absolutely have to get off. Let me read. Let me see if I have any more super chats to read. Let me see. Trey, did I read this one? Thank you for the super chat. It says, it's by chance she wins, the people will lose. The people are going to use that to get back in women's sports. She's too prideful to see the play. You talking about Clarissa? Yes, you're absolutely right. Even if she wins, we lose. But I don't know. I kind of think she might be in on it too at this point. I don't think these people are as slow as we think they is. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, boo. And Rapping Radiant, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, yeah, Daggerissa is a brand new fool. By the way, send me a wrench so I can mod for you. Happy early birthday, my Piscean sister. 226, I turned 56. I got you, boo. Thank you so much. I might send you a wrench. Email me. Send me an email, me Rapping Radiant. I might. A matter of fact, I will. Send me an email. I love y'all down to the ground. I'm about to get up off of here, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also please don't forget to keep your head on a swivel, and always know this: it's never the one over the many. It's never the few over the many. It's always us over them. For too long, the talented 10%, them boule niggas like Killer Mike, T.I., and all them niggas done ran us through the mud. It's a wrap. Okay, with that being said, I gotta hop up off of here. I love y'all down to the ground. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Welcome on in, and I will see y'all on the next one. Never pay it back to me, always pay it forward. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.